Thank you, Ken. Appreciate it. It's obviously great to be here. Ken has mentioned that Tarell Basham and Sebastian Smith are the two players that have joined me here for the press conference. Two really great players who have had great careers at our place and has obviously helped us get to where we're at here today. Sebastian, third-team All-MAC as a receiver, and Tarell, Defensive Player of the Year in the MAC and first-team All-MAC. We're looking forward to the game. Obviously, we're playing an opponent that is undefeated, has played a lot of great football throughout the course of the season, and are well coached. A lot of great athletes, and so it's a challenge. But we're looking forward to the challenge. Should be a great game.
Questions for our participants? Yes, sir.
Hey, Coach, Andy Pepper from Channel 3 in Kalamazoo. Broncos head coach P.J. Flett talks a lot about strength versus strength, really details the specific matchups that they're going to concentrate on in the game. Obviously, they got a high-powered offense. You have great defense. Just talk about that obvious matchup.
Yeah, their offense has been on display all season, obviously against everybody they've played. And the thing about it is, a lot of times you can put an offense on the field and you're really special in one area. Maybe you're special in running and pretty good in passing, but these guys are special in both areas. They just choose to run the ball a lot. Obviously, they could throw the ball a ton in games and be very successful and win football games in that manner. But I think you do have to obviously stop the run first. I think in football games that's how most coaches approach it, and if you don't stop the run against them, they'll just continue to run the ball game, and they'll eat up the possession time, which they always do in games, and they put points on the board. Their third down conversion rate is excellent. And so it fits what they do, but they choose to pass when they want to, and that's a key. And so they're great on both ends. They do have a talented defensive football team. One of the big statistics is the turnover margin. I think they're a plus 18 or something, 15 or 18. It's so high I lose track. But they're very good at causing teams to turn the ball over and taking great care of the ball themselves. So that's obviously something that's going to be a huge matchup in that regard. We'll need to take great care of the ball, and we'll need to try to force some turnovers in order to make this game what we want it to be.
Are you eager to see how your frankly vaunted defense can stack up against this offense?
Yeah. I like our defense. They've been great all year long in terms of certainly stopping the run, and they're going to have to do both in this ball game. So we'll see how that matchup comes into play. We've been fortunate to be able to be too deep in the defensive line, and that has helped us. We've been able to keep fresh guys on the field because I think if you look at Western, they've done a great job of sticking with their game plan and running the ball and putting points on the board, and then they beat you down to where in the second half they really take control of the game. We're hoping that we have enough depth that we can maybe keep some fresh people in the game and have quality players on the field, and we'll see what happens.
Do you feel that with Western Michigan getting a lot of national attention, ESPN College Game Day, talking about the college football playoff, possible Cotton Bowl, everyone's talking about all that stuff, but they seem to be forgetting about Ohio. I mean, for the student athletes, do you feel that you guys are overlooked in that way in this matchup?
In general, we're not an attention-seeking group. These guys love playing the game, and they have made practice fun for myself and our coaches, and so it's been a season that seems so short because of their attitude towards practice, towards preparing for games. So we're not concerned about where we're at in terms of an underdog and how most people are looking at it and what's in store for us. We're a group that gets prepared to play every week. We're excited about the opportunity. we'll play our best football, and we'll see what happens.
Tarell, I feel like you almost have a little bit of your game face on. Are the nerves going yet?
Nah, I'm good. I'm sitting here just relaxing right now.
How big of a rivalry is this compared to Michigan, Ohio State?
I mean, if that's, some people may see it that way. I mean, since I've been here, I've played Western twice. Haven't had a chance to beat those guys. So coming in here and trying to, come out with this W is going to be a real big thing for us.
Elvin in the back.
Frank, can you bring some update on your quarterback situation depth-wise? How are you?
Yeah, Quentin is healthy. He's been obviously starting the last few games for us. A redshirt freshman who's gotten better and better, and I think will continue to get better throughout his career. Greg, last week, talked to him before the game, and he was, if you put a number on it, 80%. And that when a player tells you he's 80%, that's generally not good enough. But he's feeling much better. He's moving much better, so he's able to play.
Frank, Tony Paul, the Detroit News, and Tarell. Obviously, they do focus on the running game. They have the two good backs, but also Corey Davis,
Mhm.
one of the best receivers through college football in a long time. How big of a challenge is that?
Yeah, well, it's a huge challenge, but you can keep naming guys. They've got a great tight end. Their quarterback's great. He's a 70% thrower, and so, the list goes on. It just keeps building when you start to think about their talent, and so it's obviously a challenge. It'll be a challenge to try to control both phases of an offense, or the run game, passing game, and they can change their game plan in the middle of a game and go one way or the other and do that exclusively if they want. And so they have that ability where most teams really don't have that kind of ability. I think special teams will play a big role in this ball game. I think both teams are capable of winning the special teams matchup, so that should be interesting. Against these guys, field position really comes into play. So there's a lot of avenues that you could go down and look at how that will work in terms of giving both teams their best chance of winning.
With Corey, just a quick follow-up, specifically watching film, you obviously have seen it in previous years.
Mhm.
What makes him so special? Obviously, he's very athletic, but
Yeah,
the
well,
catches he's made this year.
yeah. Well, he's tremendously talented, and athletic is a good way to describe him. But he's got the rest of it. He's got the physical makeup, he's got the size, he's got the speed, he's got the strength. And so, how do you play him? Do you back off of him and just let him catch a lot of slants and hitches, and then make plays off of those? Do you press him and have him use his strength and run by you and catch TD passes? He causes that kind of a problem in terms of matchups.
Frank, what do you see as the difference between the two running backs?
Well, they're both really talented, and the thing that that's striking to me is that not only they have the same kind of qualities. They can make you miss. They can run over you. They've got great feet and make the jump cuts in the middle of the line of scrimmage. They've got great vision. So, and that's why I think they can play them the way they do, because a lot of their characteristics, the characteristics that they got of running backs are very similar. A little different in their makeup, but certainly they got what it takes to be special as running backs. And so he can use those guys in a manner that keeps them fresh, and that's part of their beat you down, wear you down type of system that they use.
Sebastian, can you talk about just wide receiver play in general in a game like this? Not just pass catching, but even route running, blocking, what have you.
Mhm.
How important that is, kind of keep the change moving.
It's definitely very important. We got to be all around good blockers as well as receiving the ball. We're going to have to come out with the momentum, try to get the momentum early as an offense, and try to convert as many first downs as we can.
Sebastian, against Tennessee, that was one of your first real games where you showed what you could do this season, and you showed that you could compete with SEC wide receivers. Do you have that same mindset this week, almost to an extent, to show the MAC that you can compete with somebody like Corey Davis?
Yeah, definitely. This is a big game. It's a big opportunity for this whole team. And as far as my play, I'm expected to, do my assignments and make big-time catches for this team and do everything I can to help this team get this victory. So definitely I'm excited about the opportunity. I'm excited about the stage and the platform. And, I couldn't be more excited.
Sebastian, what have you seen from Quentin in his play?
Quentin Maxwell, he's a great player. He's a great player off the field, great guy. He is a very good passer. It's going to start up front for us, the offensive line. He's going to have to keep his composure back there, and he's going to do well. We have good communication on the field, so, he knows where I'm at. He knows where to find me on certain assignments and stuff like that. So I'm confident in his play.
As a young guy, have you seen him grow throughout the season as far as leadership, vocal
Mm-hmm.
communication?
Definitely. When he first started out, he is a young quarterback, but as the season progressed, he's become more mature in how he's approached guys on the field. I can see it, and how he's been playing.
Tarell, two things here. One, do you personally feel that your side's being slept on this week in terms of odds makers, respect, that kind of thing? And secondly, what would it mean to you? What would it mean to this program to finally get up in the championship?
When you say our side, do you mean the Ohio? Yeah, I definitely feel like there are some sleepers out there that may not think that we belong here on this stage playing this game, but we're going to come out, we're going to play hard, physical, we're going to be enthusiastic about it, and we're going to show all those people that this is exactly where Ohio needs to be.
And what would it mean to you and to this program to finally get that championship that's been so long?
It'll mean a lot. I mean, Frank's been here for a long time. He's been to this stage. He's played on it, and he's come this close multiple times to actually walking home with that trophy. So we come here on a mission, men on a mission, trying to make something happen for not just him and everything that he believes in, his legacy, but also this program.
Tarell, what have you seen on film with WMU's offensive line? It's been an effective unit all year, and how do you wreak havoc against an offensive line that's been that successful for Western?
They're a really good offensive line, one of the better offensive lines we faced this year, especially as when they work together as a team. And we expect them to come out, we expect them to be assignment-oriented. They're a smart team, well-coached, and we expect that out of them. So, a lot of times they'll be put in a position to make things happen. We just got to out-execute them.
Coach, Tarell hit on it, you've been there before. How much of an advantage do you think that gives your team in terms of game day management, preparation?
I don't know. Probably not much of an advantage. Obviously, it really comes down to your players, how prepared they are, how well they execute, and it comes down to coaches, being on top of the game, being able to make adjustments and those kind of things. The fact that I've been here before, I don't think gives us an edge or an advantage in terms of winning this football game. It'll come down to players and coaches and execution.
Frank, is there, 12 games, a lot of tape, a lot of film. Is there anything out there that you've seen, from other opponents in Western that, hey, they had something here, or they
Had a good game plan against them.
Can you talk about
Well, teams have had a good game. They've had good game plans, but they've just not been able to execute it at the level that they needed to execute it to win. And that comes back to their players and obviously their coaches. they are sound across the board. They don't have any weaknesses that you just say, okay, we're going to exploit this weakness, and it's going to be a huge advantage for us. You know, I've said this many times. To our players and to the people that to win championships, you need to be really good in all three units: offense, defense, special teams, and that's what they are. Across the board, they are really good in all three units. We have shown that we can be really good in all three units, but we haven't done that with certainly as much consistency as they have done it, and we certainly have to show that in this game.
Frank, you mentioned coaching and how important that is in this game. Specifically with PJ, how much do you know him? How much of a relationship do you have with him? And what are your impressions of him? And secondly, what were you doing when you were 36 years old?
Well, now that I'm at my age, I'm trying to think back. 32 is a long time ago, man. Well, let me start off with just saying that PJ and I have gotten to know each other since he's obviously been in the league, and where we really get to know each other the most is when we're together with MAC meetings, and we have some of those throughout the course of the year. And he's a very easy guy to talk to, and so at the meetings, obviously conversations get carried on about a lot of different things, and you get to know the different coaches in your conference. That's the only way that I really know PJ. But he's no question about him being an excitable coach, a coach filled with energy, always thinking towards ways to get his team ready to play their best football, and so he's at 36, you say. At 36, he's getting things done at a level where probably not a ton of 36-year-olds get it done at, and so I got a lot of respect for him and what he's all about and what he's done with the program.
Sebastian, you talked about the platform. They're saying this could be the biggest crowd they've ever had for the MAC. What are you expecting?
The atmosphere, I expect a loud crowd. I didn't know it was going to be one of the biggest. I hope it is. But, this team, we're looking to play on this stage. It's just going to be a great atmosphere, a great stadium and Ford Field to play in. So, we're just going to soak it all in and do our best to get the victory.